There's still only one declared contender for James Shaw's old job as Greens co-leader, and that's James Shaw. But one of his backbenchers confirmed he is giving it some thought.
And that came as a bit of a surprise to Shaw, who has told Newshub he wants to know how he could do a better job. Here's political reporter Amelia Wade.
Green Party backbencher Tuiono has been doing a lot of thinking.
I've been reflecting over the last few days. What I've been doing over the last few days is it's just kind of reflecting. Yeah, I'm not ruling anything in, not ruling anything out. I'm just kind of giving it a think, and maybe you guys will stop chasing me around the hallways.
Thinking about a punt at Shaw's old job as co-leader, calling a press conference today to say he's got a bit more thinking to do.
And I guess where I'm landed at the moment is what would my participation mean in this process?
That James Shaw might have a battle on his hands came as a surprise to James Shaw.
To be honest with you, I have been in meetings all morning, so I didn't get a chance to engage with it. I know that Teanau is considering a run.
He's trying to see the good side in all this.
I honestly think people just want what's best, not just for the Green Party, but for the country as a whole.
And says his best will be better. In a heartfelt message to Greens members, Shaw said he'd found it hard to balance being a minister and co-leader. And given the vote to oust him, he clearly hadn't quite nailed it. And said he wanted to learn from this to be a better co-leader, a better MP and a better minister. Asking the Greens,
what do you need that you're not getting? You know, what are some ways that I can do things a bit differently?
Tuiono's pitch is that he's different to Shaw.
We're pretty different people. I really like the guy. We get on really, really well, but we're very different people, different upbringings.
He's also considering whether there should be a different cooperation agreement between the Greens and Labour.
That's definitely something that's come up with the membership as well.
But the Prime Minister says, nope, it's not changing.
It was formed between the leaders, but involved the parties as well. So that would be a very significant departure.
The Greens' solo co-leader, a bit of an oxymoronic title, is staying out of it.
Everyone's allowed to consider being elected for the co-leader position by the members. That's not a mess, it's just a process.
A process that, from the outside, does look pretty messy.
So, Amelia, exactly how messy is this for the Greens?
Yeah, it's clearly quite uncomfortable for a number of the Greens MPs. And outside in the party wider, some are even going so far as to say those considering a punt at the co-leadership arrogant. It's also clear there was no plan behind the plot to unseat James Shaw, with no contender ready to go. Besides, if anyone were to replace him as co-leader, James Shaw stays on as Climate Change Minister, which limits how much the party can call out the government on climate inaction, an agreement agreed to by the party as a whole.
Amelia Wade live at Parliament. Thanks very much.